Here in Brookhaven, there are several cars that can be modified to increase their speed or even change the car's color. But one thing that few people know is that you can put textures on the cars in Brookhaven. And today I'm going to test several myths about these cars in Brookhaven to see which ones work and which ones don't. But guys, I'm arriving here at the front, and it seems like these two players are racing, where one has a cart and the other has a Bugatti, which is not a real Bugatti. He said in the chat, I'm going to win this, but I don't think he's going to win because the cart is much faster. After all, this is not a car, it's an avatar item. He probably searched for a car on the right and used exactly this one. And that's exactly what he did. I said in the chat, you're not going to win this. I highly doubt you will. He said in the chat, I will, just watch. Okay, I'm going to watch because I want to see if he really wins. Guys, it seems like the race has started, and he simply lost. He lost and didn't even come close to winning, but it looks like he's starting to gain speed and is passing the cart. My god, guys, Big really managed to win here in Roblox, but he's not going to beat me because I just got here and simply won. Perfect, right? He arrived here, and I'm pretty sure he's a bit mad. He said in the chat, this isn't fair. I think that's enough, okay? I asked here why not. Not only that, but I want to know why. He said, I don't know, but let's test the secrets of the cars. True, let's go for it. It seems like that player is leaving because he simply lost. But my friend is coming inside here, and I want to test the secrets of the cars in Brookhaven. First, I'm going to jump exactly at this spot. I just made it here successfully. But first, I want to test something very important. I said in the chat, get the tow truck because this is going to be really important for the first test. Guys, he's going to have to get exactly this car. And for those who don't know, this car can be lowered here, but I want to see how many cars can fit inside because here on the right, I can grab these classic cars. Just this first one here, which is tiny. Look at the size of this thing. He said in the chat, this isn't going to work, but I think this is going to work, okay? I'm sure it will. Just place the car right here, and now I'm going to grab the others, which is this one. I'll have to leave it in this spot, exactly here on the left. Perfect. I got it. Now I have to get the next ones. He said in the chat, but there's a limit to how many cars you can grab. I know there is, so because of that, I'm going to need your help. He's also going to grab the cars here. But guys, I got this last one, and now this is the last car I can grab. I said in the chat, now it's your turn. It's his turn to do this. And it seems like he started here. He grabbed exactly this one and is placing it right in that spot. But I can see he's having trouble getting up there. Guys, it seems like it's a bit difficult for him to climb this part. You see? He came with another car to try and change it here, and now he's going to try again. But it seems he didn't succeed. I said in the chat, let me try because I'm sure I'll get it on the first try, especially since this isn't too hard. Just place it exactly in this spot. And I did it! Now, guys, he's going to have to press this button to see which one is going to be towed and which of these cars is going to fall. Well, it seems like he pressed it, and all of them got towed. Let me see. I'm coming in here, and now he's going to have to drive his car. And it seems like there's one here that's loose, which is exactly this one that he couldn't tow. But in my car, he really managed to tow. And that car fell back here, but mine is intact. He said in the chat, maybe that car fell because it's my car. And what he said is true. Guys, I'm going to log in with my other Roblox account to see if what he said really makes sense. Alright, I'm here with this other profile, and here on the right, I'm going to grab exactly this car, the same one as before, and now I'm going to come up front to test this to see if it's really true. But guys, soon I'm going to test with you guys how to put textures on the cars, which is really easy to do. But I'm getting up here. He's going to have to lower this, and now I'm going to have to climb up here. There's a way for the other cars not to fall, which is perfect. I did it in this other car, and I'm going to leave further ahead, exactly here. Guys, I had an idea. I'm going to delete all these cars, absolutely all of them, and now I'm just going to grab some bikes, exactly this one, because this one is smaller, and maybe it will fit more inside than before. He said in the chat, that's smart. It really is smart. I'm going to grab exactly this one, and maybe now it will work. Perfect. I'm placing the last one here. This time, I'm sure it will work. I'm going to place it exactly here. This one is almost falling, but it will probably work. And it didn't work very well. He said, let's go to the next secret. So let's go because this one didn't work out too well. Guys, but he's coming up front. I wonder what the next secret will be. He said in the chat, let's test the light under the car first, and then we'll put textures on the cars. True, that idea he had is simply brilliant. Guys, I'm going to have to choose a different car on the right. This time, I'm just going to grab this one because it looks a lot like the Nissan Skyline, and for sure, I can make many good modifications on it. I'm going to start by putting Turbo 3 on it, and now I'm going to change its tires, leaving exactly these. I'm going to leave its color just like this. It's really beautiful, but there's one final thing missing. Guys, I'm going to have to fall with this car. I'm going to get exactly to this spot and try to drop it to see if it works. I'm going to fall exactly here, and do you think it will work? Okay, it worked on the first try, which is really impressive because it's a bit difficult to drop the car like this. Now, here on the right, I'm going to grab the props and also the ladder, exactly this one. Now I have to climb up here and start placing stars on the car. I'm going to leave these stars red, and I'll have to place several. Okay, this side is done. It looks ugly for now, but once I flip the car again, it will look perfect. But now I just need to do this side, where I'll place the ladder and start the work. Perfect! This is just really cool. And my friend said in the chat, this is amazing. So, it really is very cool. And guys, the car looks like this, with this light underneath. Now I just need to lower the suspension, leaving it exactly like this, and it's just perfect. This looks really beautiful and truly incredible. He said in the chat, change the car's number because this car has exactly this number. So I'm going to put my lucky number here, which is this one, but I'm going to leave it red. And now, guys, this car is perfect. But he said, spoiler, wait, but this car already has a spoiler. Do you think I should put another one in? I said in the chat, but there's already a spoiler here, which is exactly this one. He said, put another one. Okay, if he asked, I'll put it here. Here on the right, I'm going to have to grab the spoiler, which is exactly this one, and I'm going to place it right here. But this looks horrible. Seriously, this is just so ugly because it has 2 spoilers, and the car wasn't made to have that. He said, remove it. Okay, I'm going to remove it because it really looks very bad. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this item and place it on top to see if it looks better here. But it's floating here, so I'm going to have to remove it. But it's going to stay like this anyway. But my other friend said in the chat, hey, I know a way to get infinite speed. Follow me. Guys, should I go? Because I want to test how to put textures on the cars in Brookhaven to make them just perfect. I said in the chat, but I want to put textures on the cars now. At this very moment, I want to do that. He said in the chat, let's quickly test the infinite speed. Okay, if it's going to be really fast, then that's fine. And it seems my friend left here, but I'm going to lock my car on the right, and now he can't drive it anymore. And it looks like he ran away after trying to take my car without permission. But guys, I'm going to have to grab my car to test this bug that my friend mentioned. I said in the chat, how do I get infinite speed? I want to know how to do it. He replied in the chat, place a ladder behind the car. Okay, I think I got it. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to get right here in front of this track and place a ladder right here. Likewise, I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to test it anyway. I'm removing the ladder now. Did it work? My god, guys, it really works, but the car glitched. I'm going to try again. I'm going to place a ladder back here, but this time I'm going to keep the drift at 0, and this time I have a better chance of it working. I removed the ladder, and this time it worked. I just gained super speed, and I'm really fast. He said in the chat, let's test it on a better road. And that's true because this street is terrible. So I'm going to have to go back here to test it exactly here. I'm sure it will be much better because this street is just huge. There's nothing here that will basically hit my car. So I'm going to leave my car right here and place a ladder behind it. Now I just need to get right here and start accelerating backward. Done! I started, and now I'm going to remove the ladder, and I just at super speed. Guys, I'm really fast in the game, way faster than I should be. He said in the chat, now for the textures. To do this, it's very simple. I'm going to need to grab some specific cars on the right, but first, I'm going to test this bug one last time. I'm going to accelerate a lot. I'm just at super speed. Now, I'll remove the ladder. I'm really fast. I have so much speed in the game, maybe too much. Furthermore, I'm going to test one last time in this area before putting textures on the cars. I'm going to remove the ladder, and I just have infinite speed. I'm coming back here really fast, and I'm going to jump exactly at this part of the bridge. My god, this glitched completely. But guys, there are 2 ways to get textures on the cars in Brookhaven. The first is here on the right. There are cars that already have textures, like this police car that says sheriff, which is basically a texture. But there are others here, like this one that has this texture, which is really nice, and also this one, which has this texture in the middle that is truly beautiful. And really, this is one of the few cars in Brookhaven that actually has texture. But there's a way to add textures and make the car just perfect. I'm going to have to go into Roblox Studio, where I can basically increase my size. I can be gigantic or even much larger. I'm at the largest size possible. Likewise, I can also be very small. I'm just tiny, but to get cars like this, it's very simple. I have to take the Brookhaven car and select exactly this part. That's where I'm going to place the car's texture. Now I need to search for textures and select one of these to apply. And I chose this one. It looks really beautiful. You can see that the car now has textures, and it looks really beautiful. You can accelerate here in front a lot if you want, but I just grabbed other cars to test this out. They're all right here in front, and you can see that several cars have textures. This one has a texture that's almost invisible, but it's quite nice. This one has the gold from Minecraft. This one has a grass texture. This one has this blue thing, which I don't know what it is. And there are also several others here that are quite interesting, but my favorite is definitely this one because it's the best of all. He said, oh, put a secret car in the game. True, I'm going to put a secret car. It's going to be very interesting, but I asked in the chat, which car? I want to know which one he wants. He said, it's a car that isn't in Brookhaven. Okay, a car that isn't in Brookhaven. That's going to be a bit difficult because there are already a lot of cars in Brookhaven. There's a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, and many others. So, I just placed exactly this one, and he said in the chat, more cars. Okay, it seems like he wants even more cars, so I'm going to add more. I added this one because it's just really beautiful, but it seems like it's glitched, and suddenly it's just coming back here. Guys, I don't understand what happened, but this car is really glitched. I'm going to try to drive it to see if it works, but even so, it's still very glitched. I have no idea what happened, but I'm going to get out of it because it's starting to get more glitched than it should. My god, guys, this car is not working. It glitched completely and is flying away. It's in a very bizarre way. My god, I think there's no way to stop this car. It's heading here flying toward the other city I made, which is over there. It's heading toward the sea. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop it. It's really coming toward another city. But guys, I'm going to grab this super car and try to stop it. He said in the chat, you can't. Look, I think I can because it's not that hard. Okay, I'm coming here in front and I'm going to try to save this car. The only problem problem is figuring out where it is because it disappeared. Or not, because it's right here, just really glitched. It's coming in this direction. Guys, it's just uncontrollable. This is very bizarre. Look, it's coming right here. I'm a bit scared to get close because I don't want it to make me glitch. Okay, it went exactly over there and just disappeared. And this is officially its end. It just fell off the end of the map. He said here, now put some cars with textures. Okay, some cars that have textures. I'm going to add them because all the cars I put don't have textures. I just added several cars, a skyline, and several others here, and also these two that have textures. This one and also this one are just really beautiful. I am coming here to drive them. You can see that they are very fast, really very fast, and there's fire coming out from the back, which looks really nice. I almost fell, but I'm going to go to test this other car, and it's getting close. It's strange, but I'm leaving here, and this car is really very fast. It even drifts, which is actually quite interesting. But guys, my friend just joined the game to see how the game I made is doing. He's looking back here. I think he just noticed that this car is way too glitched. It's just driving by itself, which is very weird. But it seems my friend is going to drive it. That's not a good choice because this car is going to start glitching with him inside. But guys, I'm going to test this other car, which is quite interesting. It's also pretty fast, and his car is literally dancing. He said in the chat, help me. Look, unfortunately, I can't because I'm testing this car, which is very interesting. Now I'm going to test this other one, which is also really cool. Guys, soon it's going to fly away because this car is very glitched. But I'm going to test this last one that I haven't tested yet. Exactly this one. And it seems like it doesn't work. But guys, I'm going to write this secret command, and then it's going to fly away. My god, it flew away infinitely. Poor thing. Guys, here in Brookhaven, there are several cars on the right, but what you don't know is that there are cars that have been completely removed. And today, I want to see all the cars that have been removed from Brookhaven that you didn't notice. To do that, I called my friend to test this too, and he said in the chat, let's go! I want to see the first car. So, the first car is related to the hospital in the game, because, for those who don't know, the first car that was removed was in that location. I need to go up here, and for those who don't know, here at the hospital, we have a lot of things. The reception area, the x-ray room, and also the medications. But what you don't know is that there's something here that was completely removed. I'm talking about this ambulance on the right. It looks exactly like this now, but this isn't the first version. In fact, it's the new version of the car that was released in the game. My friend said in the chat what it used to look like back then. It was very simple, just like this. You can see it's simpler. And indeed, this is the old version of the ambulance. It has fewer details than the ambulance we have today. It looks something like this. The interior is quite simple, and the current ambulance looks exactly like this. And besides being more detailed, you can also open this back part, which is very interesting. And people can enter here to accompany those who had an accident. Anyway, it's just very complete. You can close the door and take patients wherever I want by activating maximum speed, turbo 3, and also the siren. And back then, this was much simpler. I don't know if I'll be able to drive this car, but there's only one way to find out. I'm getting in here, and indeed I can drive. And as you can see, it's very slow, and the interior is also simpler. In fact, it has a window that is very buggy, while the windows of the current ambulance are just incredible. I said in the chat, which version do you prefer? I want to see which version my friend prefers. Likewise, I even opened this back part for him to get out, and he said in the chat that this version is better. I agree, it's simply better. In fact, this car has some versions that look like it. On the right, you can see we have this bank vehicle. When parked, it looks quite a bit like an ambulance. In fact, the two are almost identical. There's very little difference between them, almost none. And there are also these postal vehicles on the right that look a little, or maybe is not very much. This car doesn't look like the postal one, but the ambulance looks like this other one. He said in the chat, very similar, but what's the next removed car? So, the next removed car, I'm going to look at now. For those who don't know, on the right there's a Halloween car. It's exactly this one, but many people didn't know that this car has a version that was completely removed. And he said in the chat, what do you mean by that? This is the only version of this car. Dude, actually, no. This car has another version that is simply different. Guys, but there's a car here at the beginning that is just very small. But guys, it came here from the side, and actually, it went up front, and he just got out of the car and said in the chat, I want to race you. Wait, is he serious? He wants to race me in that small car he has. Dude, I think he's going to lose. I not only think so, but I'm sure of it. He just got out of here in a really weird way. I'm sure he's going to lose, but even so, I'm going to go for it because I want to prove to him that I will actually win this. Guys, he's right there, and I'm ready to beat him, but the car is a bit weird because it's facing backwards, not forwards, and it seems like he started counting in the chat, and now it started. Alright, I'm going here, and his car is strangely fast, but I've already won against him. In fact, he crashed back there, and I won by a landslide. While he's coming back here trying to beat me, unfortunately, he won't. Wait, maybe he will. Perfect, I won the race, and there's no way he's going to win this. this. So much so that he just arrived and realized he had lost. And he said in the chat, "You're lucky I'm having a bad day." And what does that have to do with anything? I didn't really understand why he said that, but okay. He put the money in his hand and gave it to my friend, who was also a bit confused and sent this question mark. He doesn't understand why he did that. He said in the chat, "Goodbye," and it seems like he's going to leave. I didn't understand why he did that. He just left after giving a lot of money to the player, and then he disappeared. But let's see the next car that was removed. He said in the chat, "Actually, it's this car." True, I had forgotten. Let's see how the old version of this car was. For those who don't know, this car on the right wins at Halloween events. And there's also this other version, which is for VIPs. And picking them up, they're the same thing, literally the same thing. And comparing the two side by side, you can see it's the same thing. But it hasn't always been like this because we have this other version, which actually didn't have candies. This one has lots of candies, while this one has nothing. I mean, there's one candy here, but just one. And going into it, you can see that everything here is almost the same. I think I can't drive it. Even if I try, I won't be able to. Unfortunately, I'll try again. I think this time I'll manage. Perfect! I managed to get in here. And unfortunately, I can't drive the car. It basically doesn't move, but it looked exactly like this back then. A little different from the version we have today. By the way, for those who don't know, if I take any car on the right, like this one, and change its color to anything, it will look exactly like this. But if I delete the car and take it again, it spawns with the correct color, the same one I set before. But taking this car on the right, changing its color, and if I delete it and now go to the VIP cars and take the same car, it won't spawn with the color I saved. In other words, it's as if the two cars are different versions. And he said, "What do you mean? I don't understand." Look, basically, this car on the right is Halloween themed, and this other one on the right is also Halloween themed. They're basically different cars. Even though they are the same thing, they are different, but they are equal at the same time. He said in the chat, "That's weird. But what about the next car?" Look, I'm going to show it now. And for those who don't know, the next car has something about this car on the right that was released. For those who don't know, this car is a new version of a car that was completely removed from Brookhaven. And I'm even seeing you here in front at the other pier we have in the game. Exactly this one. Alright, I've arrived here, and my friend passed right by. But here on the right, we have the FBI car, which looks exactly like this, and is very nice. But what many people don't know is that this car used to be different. I want you to pay attention here to the car's headlights. You can see that it looks exactly like this. Now, in its older version, it looked exactly like this. The headlight was simply very large, unlike what we have today, where the headlight is just very small. You can even see that this headlight was just deactivated. It's as if it's still here, but it was modified to look like it's not there. But aside from that, not much has changed about the car. No, it's basically the same as its old version, only this lower part has changed. You can see that in the new version, we have this line under the car, which in the old version, we don't have. And as an additional detail that this car got, the back of it is just like its old version, and the front seems to have changed a bit, exactly here. He said in the chat, "Wait, did it really change or not?" Look, it basically seems like it changed because this here is the front of the car, and this here is from the old version. I can't say if anything really changed, but it seems like it did. I'm going to drive it. But guys, by pressing this button here has other secret versions, like this one or even this other one here. In fact, these two cars are basically the same thing. There's almost no difference between them. He said in the chat, "Let's race to see if there's any difference." True, let's do that. I'm going back here to do this race, and it seems like he's come back here too. Okay, we're ready here to start. So as soon as he starts to accelerate, I'm going to start too. Alright, he started. I'm coming up here too. Guys, I think I'm going to lose, or maybe not, because he crashed into that part and just flew out. And here I managed to win. In fact, I won in the best way possible. But I said in the chat, "Where are you?" He said in the chat, "I need help. I'm at the skate park." Okay, guys, I'm running over to help him. I'm arriving exactly at this part on the right where we have the skate park, and it looks like he had an accident right here. But I don't know how he ended up here, because the direction he should have followed was exactly this way. But somehow he ended up over here. I said in the chat, "How did you get here?" Because this path he took to get here is very strange. In fact, this car is completely destroyed. He said in the chat, "I don't know." Okay guys, I'm going to get this car out of here so I can fix it. And he even came inside. But guys, the next car is probably one of the best of all. And to test this car, I'm coming up here. Wait, what's that? There's a car next to me that has just a lot of engines. It's a building of engines. In fact, a friend made this. He said in the chat, "This is the fastest car in the game." I highly doubt that, because having multiple engines doesn't make it faster, guys. But he got in here, and I'm coming in too because I want to see if this is true. And my friend took my car and left, but I want to see if what he said is true. It looks like he put a ladder here in front. I just don't understand why he did that, but he secured his car right here, which is something I didn't know was possible. And now he's accelerating here as much as possible. Okay, this is a bit strange. He removed the ladder, and as he started accelerating up front, he did it at a very high speed. He said in the chat, "Wait, that didn't work." That didn't work? I thought it had worked, but it seems like it didn't. He put a ladder back here, and it looks like he's going to try this again. And I want to see if this will work before I show you the next car that was removed from Brookhaven. Okay, he's coming back here to try to do this bug. He got out of the car and placed the ladder here differently. Okay, this time there's no mistake. I think it's really going to work. He's accelerating here as much much as he can. And as soon as he releases that ladder, I'm sure this bug is going to work. He's accelerating here, and he crashed, but he's still coming back here. Guys, this is actually very fast. I said in the chat, I know a better car to do this, and I'm serious. I'm going to grab a monster truck on the right, exactly this one, because this car can do a bug to fly. And soon, I'm going to show you the next car that was removed from Brookhaven that you didn't notice. But guys, I'm coming up here, and this car is the fastest in the game. But to make this work, I have to get to the edge, exactly here. Perfect, I've arrived here, and now I'm going to have to accelerate hard from the back. He said in the chat, I doubt this will work. Just watch, it's going to work. I'm going back here with everything, and now it's just about flying out, exactly at this point. That didn't work. Okay, I'm testing this again. Okay, now I'm coming back here quickly, and I'm going to come in at the last second. Perfect, it worked. I'm here with super speed, just a lot of speed. He said in the chat, wow, that's amazing. It really is very cool. But guys, for those who don't know, the next car that was removed has a lot of doubt about whether it was really removed, but it's exactly this Ferrari on the right because it's a very beautiful car that is indeed very elegant and also very fast. But there's an older version of it that you've probably never seen before. But first, I'm going to modify this car. I'm going to make it red, lower its suspension, and change the tires. Perfect. Now this car looks just amazing. But for those who don't know, its old version is exactly this one. It's a more modified version, and I'm not sure if it's really an older version, but you can see that it's very different. There are indeed some differences in this part, where you can see that here in the game, it's a bit different. The top here used to be closed, and in the game now, it's open, and the headlight looks exactly like this. The only problem is that I can't drive this car, so I don't know if it's really true that this car is the older version of this Ferrari. He said in the chat, I think maybe it is because possibly the owner of the game made two versions of this car. So, that's true! Maybe that really happened, where we have this version of the car with an open top and another version with a closed top. It's definitely something that could happen. But another thing that was removed from the game, and you didn't notice, is that here we have several helicopters coming to pick them up and going inside. You can see that this helicopter has several versions. There are several here on the left that you can't see, including police, rescue, rich, military, the agency, the sheriff, and also the guard. And they're all very nice, but pay attention to this. You can see that it looks exactly like this, and it also has this money symbol. But for those who don't know, there's a secret version of this helicopter that you've definitely never seen before. I'm going to have to go to this mansion and grab a specific house, which is this president's house. On the right, you can see that this house is very complete and has a lot of interesting things. But back here, we have a helicopter that was removed from the game because you can tell it doesn't have a money symbol. In other words, it's a secret version of the helicopter that you've definitely never seen before, which is actually here in this president's house. But it also has it in this other house on the right. And to get it, for those who don't know, I'll have to go up here, and exactly at this point, you can grab that helicopter right here. It also doesn't have the money symbol, so it's another secret version of the helicopter that you've never seen before. He said in the chat that there are some secret helicopters in the game too, like the UFO. Yeah, that's true. We have this secret version of the helicopter that was released in the last update, but it was completely removed to bring back the old helicopter. And there's also another version, which is exactly this one, as you can see. It's a special Christmas vehicle that will only return this Christmas. In other words, it will take a while. Guys, here in Brookhaven, there are a lot of secrets that you've never seen before, secret commands you can use in the game, and other things. And today, I want to check out these secret commands and test a bunch of secret things here in Brookhaven to see if they're true or not. And for that, I called my friend to test this stuff too. He said in the chat, so let's go, let's do this. Guys, for the first secret, I need to get a car on the right, any of them, but I'm going to pick this really fast one, exactly this one, because this one is just so cool. He said in the chat to set it to maximum speed, so I'm going to do that. I just modified the car, and now it looks really cool. But guys, now for the first secret, I need to come to the church, and here I need to click this button, exactly here, because for those who don't know, by pressing this button, I'll get the secret item, but first I have to check 6 secret spots. I need to go to the horse stable, because maybe the item is right there. Then I need to go back to the start and check if this tree has a secret item. After that, I have to go to the gym and check that spot. Then, at the hotel, I need to come to this part and check here. And lastly, I need to go to the campsite and check this tree. So guys, I'm going to press here and do this really fast. Perfect. I pressed it, and now I'm heading there. You can see the secret item is right here, so I'm going to grab it, but it disappeared, literally vanished. He said in the chat, but now what do? We just need to try again. I'm coming here, and I'm going to press this button. The item is right here. See? It's just a secret item that you've never seen before. Guys, I'm going back here to show this to my friend, who is right here, and he's even impressed. So much so that he said, wow, in the chat. So this secret item is just so cool. There are a lot of secret things you can do with it. He said in the chat that this is only for admins. Basically, yes, it looks like this is an admin item, which makes it look like you're an admin. But guys, guys, I need to come up here to grab a house. On the right, I need to pick a specific house, exactly this one, because this house has a huge secret. I need to come inside. He actually entered before me. And guys, I need to go upstairs, exactly in this room, because here we have a ladder right here that lets you go up here, exactly to this part. And you can see that the item we have here, right in this spot, is actually the same item I'm holding. It's basically the same thing. And there's this other one here in front. It's the same thing, which is kind of weird, but that's not all you can do. Actually, by clicking this button here, a secret message will appear. It says Marcus, for those who don't know, is basically the owner of this house and also the mayor of Brookhaven. He said in the chat, wow, this is amazing. What's next? Look, there's another secret you can do here to make it look like you're an admin. So guys, I need to go out the back here and I have to go down. But guys, there's a player up ahead who just got in a car and you can make this car fly because he just flew off from here. But guys, I had an idea. He said in the chat, I also have an idea. So my idea is this. I'm going to get this horse on the right because this horse, for those who don't know, if I come exactly to this spot, I can make it fly. Look, just come right here and perfect. I'm flying in a crazy way. Look how cool this is, right? He said in the chat, wait, let me drive. Okay, you can drive. I want to see if this is really going to work with him driving. You know, perfect. He's driving here and he can go back and forth. So guys, here's the thing. I'm going to get exactly to this spot and make him fly. Oh my god, he's flying a lot. Look, I'll come here again. And this time I'm the one flying. Okay, I'm back here again. And he flew off so much. Oh my god, guys, poor guy. I came back here again and he just disappeared. He said in the chat, you drive now. It's your turn. Okay, so I'm going to drive this to see what it's like to fly here in Roblox. Look, I'm here driving. All he has to do is bring the horse here and then I'll start flying. Actually, I was supposed to fly earlier, but now it worked. Oh my god, guys, this is so bizarre. It's a bug that actually works. You can just fly so much here. And I think now he's not able to do it because the car is flipped, but he just got here and made me fly again. Oh my god, guys, I'm getting out of here because I want to show this to the car owner. I'm ringing the doorbell at his house, so he'll come here. And he showed up. I said in the chat, drive. If he drives, he's going to have a nasty surprise because his car will fly. But he said, okay, it looks like he's really driving, but there's a problem, my friend. He's coming here and he made you fly. Oh my god, guys, poor guy. Literally, he flew off so much here. Really a lot. He flew off again. Oh my god, but guys, I had an idea. If this car can fly, that means this car on the right can also fly. Look at exactly this one. I'm going to test it. I said in the chat, hey, help me with this car because I want to see if it's really going to fly or not. He came right here and yes, it flew. But guys, the player who was in this house just left the game. I think he got mad because we were bothering him and he left. But guys, look how bizarre this car is. It flies incredibly, literally flies in such a crazy way. So even though it's a huge car, just a monster truck, it still flies because it's just bizarre. Actually, he's trying to make me fly, but he can't. So guys, I'm going to lower the suspension here. Perfect. Now it's low. And this time, I think it'll be easier for him to make it happen. So he came here and made me fly. Guys, this is the best bug in the game because you can fly so high. But I want to test the next secret. He said in the chat, I want to be an admin now. So that's exactly what I'm going to test. I'm going to test a way to become an admin of the game. But guys, I was told that if you come here to the hospital, there's a way to look like you're an admin, guys. I need to come inside, exactly to the x-ray room, which is this one. I need to go to the back here, and now click right here, because under the table, for those who don't know, there's a secret button, and by clicking on it, I get teleported down here, and now I have this item in my hand, but there's a problem. If I try to teleport to my house, I simply can't. I can't teleport back because it's impossible. It's like it's impossible. I'm stuck here forever. But I noticed there's a button down here, so I wonder if pressing it will bring me back up. Yep, I came back, but I lost the secret power I had in my hands. Guys, I just came back here, but I'm going to need my friend's help. He's going to have to grab this item on the right, because this item, for those who don't know, can carry me just like this. I said in the chat, follow me. He's going to have to come to exactly this spot and carry me right here. He got here, and I said in the chat, carry me, then drop the item. Look, it's pretty simple. He just has to carry me and then drop the item. And now, guys, I'm sitting here on the ground. I'm going to have to click this button, and then I'll be teleported down here. I said in the chat, now carry me, because if he carries me, I'll come back here, and I'll still have this secret fire in my hand, because I just did a bug I shouldn't have done, but I managed to. The only problem now is that I can't teleport to the houses. It's like I lost my teleportation power. He said in the chat, is there another way to become an admin? There is. As I said in the chat, a way to get something here that will make it really look like you're an admin. I'm going to have to come to exactly this spot, and here I need to press this button, exactly this one. Now, I need to grab this house. Just go up to the second floor and click the button we have down here, right here. Now, I need to come to this bridge, exactly this one. Alright, I got here, and the car fell, and down here we have the secret item, just hidden here. I'm going to grab it, and now it seems like I'm an admin because I have the item here, this totally secret item that no one else has in the game. I said in the chat, did you see? This is a secret item, a totally secret item that I'm sure you've never seen in the game. He said in the chat, that's cool, but I think the first item is better. Look, I think he's talking about exactly this one, and yes, it's really cool. And guys, look how cool it is that I have this secret item, and also this fire coming from my hand, it really looks like I'm an admin. He said in the chat, hey, let's test if people really believe I'm an admin. So let's test it. But guys, before that, I'm going to have to make the admin avatar. I don't know what an admin avatar looks like, but I'm going to make an avatar that looks similar. One that will make it seem like I'm really an admin perfect. I look exactly like this, and it kind of looks like I'm an admin because I look like a really important person. Now we need to find someone here to see if they believe I'm an admin. He said in the chat, let's talk to your friend. He's on the mountain. Okay, so let's go. I said in the chat, let me drive. I want to drive this. And he drives really badly. Perfect. I'm right here, and I'm coming to the top of the mountain. Exactly this one. But this is going to be a little hard, but I'll test it anyway. I'm coming up this ramp, and I need to get to the top quickly. Exactly this part, but it didn't go well, and the car just fell. Oh my god, guys. Poor guy. He fell, and he's trying to get back up, but I don't think he's going to make it. Actually, I think he's probably going to fall, and yep, he fell. But guys, I'm coming here to the top of the mountain, exactly this one, to see if my friend is here. And he is. I said in the chat, what are you doing? Because it looks like he's training here. Suddenly, he said in the chat, I'm training to get strong. And that makes sense, but I don't know if he noticed, but I have a secret item here that he's never seen before. He said in the chat, I have that too. What? You really have it? Then show me. And he grabbed this present, but this present isn't the secret item. It's completely different from my item. I don't understand why he's saying he has an item like mine, but actually, he doesn't. He said in the chat, bye. And it looks like he left. And he still fell. And he's coming back up here to try and grab the drone. And it looks like this time he managed to, and just flew off, probably heading toward my house because my house is candy. It's full of food, and it looks like he's coming here. This is kind of weird, guys. I'm coming here too. And what happened down here? It looks like my friend had an accident, and I'm going down here to see what happened. I said in the chat, are you okay? Because he suddenly fell here. In fact, that player just showed up here. He's coming to my house, really, to grab the food that's in here. This is strange. I'll come here later to check on him and see what he wants. But first, I need to see if this player is okay. He said in the chat, I'm just sleeping. Are you sure? Because it looks like he had an accident. But okay, since he's just sleeping, I'll go back. I'm trying to drive here, but it won't go. Perfect. Now I got it. Now this is working, and he's back inside. But guys, I'm coming to my house to see why that player is there. And without meaning to, I flipped my car. It's officially stuck. Guys, there's no way I can get out of here. Even if I try, I won't be able to get out of here anytime soon because there's no escape. He said in the chat, wait, let me try the secret. Okay, what's he going to do? It looks like he got out of the car and placed this item here, and it's really glitching the car. Actually, it's starting to go into the ground. This is really weird. Guys, I'm going to press the letter H to see if the car goes back to normal, and it did. I don't know how he knew you could do that, but he helped me a lot. And guys, another secret command you can use in the game is exactly this one I wrote in the chat. If I send this message, you can see that it shows a secret command, and it shows the version of the game I'm in. And there are several other secret commands you can use here, like this one. If you type this and send it in the chat, this secret command shows up on the screen, which is really weird. But I'm coming to my house to see what he wants because he's right here, and it seems like he wants a snack. He said in the chat, I want an ice cream. Look, but I don't sell ice cream here. I sell cakes, bread, sweets, and other stuff like that, but no ice cream. I said in the chat, I don't sell ice cream. I'm serious. And it looks like he got mad, placed this item right here, and just left my house. Seems like he got a little mad and is leaving. But guys, I want to test something. I want to test 2 ways to become an admin. For the first one, I'm going to need help from a lot of people, and I'm also going to grab this cemetery car on the right, exactly this one, because I'll need people to get on this horse here on the right and make me fly. He said in the chat, I don't think this is going to work. Look, I think it will. You can see there are a lot of people here in the server who are going to help me do the secret. Guys, I'm coming up here, and all of them are going to need to get on a horse to test this. Guys, there are a lot of people following me, all of them chasing me, but I'm going to let them come here so I can fly. Oh my god, I just flew so much, and many other horses are coming here. And guys, look at all the horses here. There are a total of 10 horses coming here to make me fly. Oh my god, I flew so much, but this is so weird. Guys, there are so many horses here. Look how strange this is. I'm just flying so much here. It really seems like I'm an admin. Oh my god, I can't stay still here. I just keep flying. Guys, I'm coming here to the front, and I'm just going to fly right here. See? Perfect. I'm literally on top of the post here. Now I'm in Roblox Studio, and I just added this item, which, for those who don't know, if you write here to fly, I can just start flying. I can also write this secret command, which, for those who don't know, makes everyone here start flying. Oh my god, this is just so weird. Literally everyone is flying. Guys, everyone is here now, and now I'm going to make them all fly. Perfect. They're all flying here. Some are kind of stuck, just floating in the air. Now I'm going to type this command, so everyone can fly. Literally everyone is flying, and this one is a little weird. I'm coming here to the other city, which, for those who don't know, I made another really cool city from Brookhaven, and now everyone's here. For those who don't know, here in Brookhaven, if you enter someone's house, there's a chance you might get banned. But today, I want to figure out a way to get unbanned from Brookhaven houses, just to mess with the players and troll those who ban me. So guys, I called my friend to help me do this, and he's going to help me out. He even said it in the chat. Let's go! So here we go! First, I'm going to grab a car on the right here that hides me in Roblox. So, I'm going to take this exact FBI car because, for those who don't know, I can get inside this car, and people will hardly see me since you can't see much inside. But first, I'm going to modify it a bit here to make it perfect. Done! Now the car looks really cool, but I'm going up front here to see what I can do to get unbanned from his house. And guys, I'm completely banned. I can't enter his house at all. He said in the chat, let's ask him to unban you. Isn't that better, okay? Because I'm sure you're going to get banned as soon as you go in there. And guys, it seems like he's exactly in this spot. He just got here. He said in the chat, unban him, please. Guys, I'm sure he's going to get banned. And Bacon just banned him. My friend, he's banned from his house now and can't come back. Now we're 2 people banned from this house, you know? And there's even a player playing basketball, but he's playing it the wrong way. But my friend is back here, and now we're both banned here. But the player came over and called us noobs. Look at this weird thing he's doing. He said in the chat, we didn't do anything to him, and he banned us. That's true, we didn't do anything, but now we're going to mess up his house. He's still laughing at us here. And guys, this player doesn't seem scared of us, but he went back to his house. And I'm not going to let this go. He went down here, and I'm simply going to do something really crazy. He said in the chat, what are you going to do? Look, it's simple. I'm going to grab the props on the right, exactly this here, and now I'll have to mess up his house by placing these items right here. Because if I put my camera right here, I can place items inside his house, like a lot of them. So, I'll start here by messing up his house just to make him really mad. Perfect. Now it's really ugly. It's completely ruined. He said in the chat, I think he's going to like this. Look, I don't think so. There's no way he'll like how his house turned out. But it looks like he came back, and he's coming outside to see what happened to his house. He said in the chat, oh my god, remove this. Look, unfortunately, I can't unless you unban me here. I said in the chat, unban me. And guys, do you think he actually will? He said in the chat, never, and he left. But guys, here's the thing. Since that plan didn't work, let's move on to the next plan. He said in the chat, hey, is there someone there? But he's coming up here, and there really is a player right here, just staring at him. But he said in the chat, I am Sigma. I didn't understand why he said that, but okay. And my friend got banned. Oh my god, guys, he was suddenly banned out of nowhere. Anyway, I'm coming up here, and it looks like he closed the door, and he thinks I'm not going to want to get my revenge on him. Guys, he just banned my friend, and I'm not going to let that go. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a bed, exactly this one, and I'll also grab this ladder right here. Now I'll have to go up to the 2nd floor and basically get inside his house without him noticing. But guys, I'm starting to think he noticed I'm here. And he definitely did, since he's looking over here. He said in the chat, get out now. Look, unfortunately, no. I'll put the ladder right here just to mess with him. He banned me. Oh my god, guys, I'm banned from 2 houses. Exactly these 2. This isn't fair, especially since I didn't do anything major. But look, my friend is coming back here. He came to pick me up. He said in the chat, hey, let's get banned from all the houses. Why not? Well, that's true. If I get banned from basically all the houses here, I'll be able to do a lot of important experiments. So guys, there's a player here playing basketball in a totally wrong way. Look, I'll play the right way here, but it didn't work because there's very little space for me to make a shot here. He called me a noob and literally banned me. And guys, this doesn't make any sense. My friend came here and he got banned too. Oh my god, I don't know why he came here if he knew he was going to get banned. It doesn't make much sense for him to have come here, but it looks like the player has left, which means I'll be able to get my revenge on him. But guys, there's still this house where there's a player training out of nowhere. I'm coming over here to make him mad. I said in the chat, you are weak, and I'm sure just that will make him angry. He replied in the chat, I am not, and I also know that you're trolling. He knows I'm trolling, so this is terrible. He already knows about the trolling I'm doing. He said in the chat, I will never ban you. That's what he thinks, because I'm going to grab this item on the right. I'm going to start putting lots of houses right in his house, just like this. You see? It's starting to fill up with houses. It's looking horrible. Now I'm sure he's going to ban me. He said in the chat, not today. Okay, now I'm going to make this even worse. Let's just mess it up really badly. And it looks like he finally banned me, and now I'm banned from almost all the houses. Just this one is left, and also this other one. I'm coming exactly to this house, which is completely dark. He said in the chat, I like it when it's night. Okay, so this player likes it when the game is nighttime. I said in the chat, I prefer the day. I prefer it when there's sunlight, because nighttime is a bit sad. But he's looking here and suddenly banned me. Okay, only this house is left for me to be banned from all the houses, and even my friend came back here to pick me up. But guys, I'm banned from this house. I'm banned from these 2 houses, and also from those other 2. I'm coming down here, exactly to this part, and it looks like there's a scientist here doing some very important experiments. I said in the chat, ban me, because this will be very important. He said in the chat, no, why would I ban you? Well, there's no reason, but it looks like a diamond, and it seems like this is his computer. I'm looking at it, and this is different. But he said in the chat, don't touch my computer. Okay, it looks like he's kind of angry, so I'll keep checking out everything in this area. There's also this computer here, and it seems like I was banned. Finally, I'm banned from all the houses here. He said in the chat, hey, let's see below the map. How that looks. True, because, guys, when I'm banned from the houses, they look exactly like this. But I want to see under the map, and soon I'll also see how to get unbanned from all these houses, which I'm sure won't be very hard. Actually, it's going to be really easy. My friend is coming here to the front to grab a plane. For those who don't know, to get a plane, you have to go exactly to this mansion and pick a specific house on the right. Exactly this one, because we have a secret plane here in this house. And he got here. Perfect. Now I'm going to have to take the plane by pressing this button. Perfect. It's right here. And my friend also came along, and now we're going to see what it looks like under the map, because I'm very curious. You can see there are a lot of red houses, because I'm banned. Accelerating here as much as I can in this direction and heading below the map, you can see that things look really different down here. There are some very weird red blocks up ahead, really strange. You can see here that we have a block floating in the air, kind of suspicious. Look how strange this is. There's just a block here in the air, like a box stored in the middle of nowhere. Super weird. There are all the houses here, and even a giant house, which is basically that player's. He said in the chat, can we get inside the house now? Well, I don't know. I'll test it now. And guys, I'm getting closer. I'm going to try to get inside the house to see if it works. Okay, it looks like it doesn't work. Really, you can't do this under the map. So, guys, I'm heading back up to the surface. Perfect. I'm reaching the top, and I'll try another way to get into the house even while banned. I'm landing right on top in this spot, and I hope this works. Okay, the plane is coming down, and maybe this will work, and I'll get through this invisible wall. Okay, the plane's getting closer and closer, and it seems like it worked. The plane made it through, but since I'm here inside, I couldn't fully land the plane. I said in the chat, stay there. Guys, I'm getting out of the plane. You can see that my friend is in here, and because of that, the plane didn't fall. Guys, I don't know how I'm going to get in here. Maybe I can grab a car from the right? Okay, looks like I can't. I said in the chat, grab a car. I'm doing a bug here to keep the helicopter from falling. You can see it's like this, and it didn't fall because I just did a bug. He said in the chat, go up higher in the sky, okay? So, I'm going up even more. Alright, I think we're at a good height now. And guys, my friend can get out of the car and float in midair, because this is a bug with the plane, so he can grab the cars and they'll drop right into his house. Oh my god, guys, I'm sure he's going to be super mad once he realizes what's going on. My friend grabbed another car that fell here, and it's just making things so difficult for the player. Oh my god! This time he grabbed a bus, which fell down here, right in the middle of the street, causing a lot of trouble. Okay, this time he grabbed a truck that fell down here. Guys, I'm not getting unbanned by doing this, so I went down, and my friend went down too. I think things aren't going well for him. He's just stuck down there and can't get back up here. But guys, I had an idea. I'm going to grab a bed on the right, exactly this one, and try to go through the wall right here. Will it work? Okay, I'm going through, but it didn't work. Maybe this will work here. Okay, I'm sure this will work, but actually, no! He said in the chat, I had an idea. But guys, he's coming up here, to this house, where I'm completely banned. He said in the chat, I'll carry you, okay? I'll let him carry me because I want to get unbanned. But guys, even though I'm banned from the house, I can still come inside because he's carrying me. But the player is seeing what we just did. That's why he turned on the lights. And he said in the chat, how is this possible? You're banned from the house. But actually, I'm banned from the house. But my friend isn't, so I can come inside if he carries me. It's really simple, and it looks like he left the game. He just left. He said in the chat, why did he leave? Well, good question. I don't know, but I just got unbanned from a house. I found the first way to get unbanned from houses in Brookhaven. He said in the chat, I had another idea. Okay, what ideas does he have? It looks like he grabbed a motorcycle. I think I'm going to have to go back, right here. But guys, will I be able to enter this house? Look, it seems like he did, because he's not banned. And even though I'm banned, he isn't, so we can get in here. In fact, he's going down the stairs. I'm sure the scientists will see this. Guys, he's going down right here. The only problem is that I can't leave here because if I get out of the car, I'll be banned again. He said in the chat, get out now. Unfortunately, no. And it looks like my friend got banned. And now I'm stuck here. Oh my god, guys, look where I am. I'm completely glitched inside his wall while he's doing some scientific tests while I'm banned. Actually, I'm stuck here in the wall and I can't get out. Okay, I teleported and now I'm back here. But guys, I know another way to get unbanned from the houses and my friend has arrived here. And I said in the chat, carry me using this item. Look, I'll give this to him. And he grabbed it and now he's going to take me to a house where he's not banned. He said in the chat, wait, I'm banned from all the houses. Wait, seriously? So, that means all these houses I'm completely banned from. He's banned from too. Okay, this is a problem. I said in the chat, I have an idea. I'm going to log back into the game. And yes, I'm serious. I'm going to have to leave the game and come back in. Guys, I just logged back into the game. And now, if I teleport here to the front, you can see that I'm completely unbanned from all the houses in the game. And now I can enter again. And he said in the chat, take their safe. So, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to take their safe, which is hidden inside their house, like this one. So, I'm going to grab the TNT on the right, and I'm going to go in here without him noticing. Well, he noticed. So, I'm going to run out of here because he's chasing me. But guys, I'm going to enter the other door, exactly this one, and now I'm going to climb up, press the secret button, and enter. Perfect. Now I can take the safe without any problem. Done! I got it, and it seems like he left the game. He's laughing in the chat and said he left. Well, let's do this. I said in the chat, rejoin the game, because because it will be very important. It seems like he left and then joined again. I said in the chat, grab their safe and help me. Guys, we're going to divide the tasks between us. He grabbed this TNT and is heading to that house to get the safe. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Perfect. I got the safe from this house. And it looks like he left the game, and the owner of that house also left the game. Okay, my friend is heading to this house, and I'm going to this one. I just destroyed the whole house. And he noticed this, and it seems like he just left the game. Guys, the game I'm in right now is Brookhaven, and it has so many things. There are houses you can get in the game, and there's also a plane and an underground subway. But one thing that isn't in the game is basically trains, and today I want to find a way to get trains in Brookhaven, both inside the game and outside of it, or even by modifying the game. And for that, I called my friend, who's going to help me make this happen. He said in the chat, this is my favorite car in Brookhaven. I get it, he's talking about this exact one, but why? I asked in the chat, why? And he said in the chat, because it's the only car with a texture. Look, that's actually true. This is the only car in Brookhaven that really has a texture that covers the entire car, from the front to the back. And for those of you who don't know, the cars here on the right just don't have that. It's something that should be on almost every car. But guys, we're heading over to do our very first test to get some trains. He said in the chat, what about the subway? Look, the subway isn't exactly a train. I said in the chat, it's not a train. Because, guys, this subway is completely different. It's underground. And for those of you who don't know, it doesn't work very well. I actually have to sit here so the destinations show up below. And I can choose the city, and that way I get teleported. Yes, I got teleported to another subway station. You can see that I'm here at the station, and my friend just arrived to pick me up. But guys, I want to find a way to get a real train in Brookhaven. And the very first thing I'll do is grab an item on the right, this exact one. And just a reminder that I'm going to test several ways to get the train, and this is only the first. Guys, I got this item, and I'm going to hand it to him, and basically, I'll have to carry it here in Roblox. Perfect, he's going along, and now I have to find someone else to help with this. But you can see that this kind of looks like a train. Guys, I'm heading to this house, because for those who don't know, my other friend lives here. I'm going up front to get him, and I said in the chat, hey, want to help me? I'm going to see if he wants to help me or not. He said, okay. So here's the thing. I grabbed this item so my friend will grab it too and carry it. Guys, are you seeing this? It's starting to look like a train. There's only one problem. Every time I walk, it looks like I'm just walking, and a train doesn't do that. So I'll grab this hoverboard on the right, this exact one, and now it looks like I'm a train because I'm no longer walking. He said in the chat, this is so cool, but we need more people. And he's right, because there are just a few people here. There's my friend, and this other one here, but we need more people to make it even better. The other person said in the chat, we want to help you. Apparently, these people are right here up front, exactly in this area. They really want to help us out. So he grabbed this item, and another person showed up behind me and also grabbed the item. Now, there are actually a lot of people helping me in Roblox, which is really great. I got here, and now we have a giant train in Roblox. He said in the chat, just change your avatar to look like a train. Good idea. I'm going to modify my avatar by adding a train on the right side. Look, there's one that looks pretty interesting, and there's another one that's just huge, but I'll use this exact one, and it really does look like I'm a train. Then he said in the chat, use the invisible head. Good idea. Guys, I'll make the perfect avatar, and soon I'll test some ways to get a real train in Brookhaven. There are several ways, but I'm modifying my avatar to be completely invisible. Now, if I resize the avatar, you can see that I'm invisible, you just can't see me. Over here on the right, I'll search for a train, and I'll use this exact one, and now I really do look like a train moving up front. He said in the chat, I can't believe it, you're actually a train. So, I'm kind of glitched, but I'll use this hoverboard on the right, and I think it looks better now. Well, not really, but guys, it kind of looks like a train. It's just a bit weird, to be honest, but it does look quite a bit like a train. But he said in the chat, this doesn't look right to me. And guys, it seems like the players are leaving because they got tired of doing this secret. Literally, they all left, and only my friends stayed. They're the only ones still here to help me. Now I'm going to resize my avatar. I'm huge now, and I'm carrying them, and I'll try to fly to see what happens. Oh my gosh, you can fly super high, like really high. But guys, what's my friend doing here? He suddenly left, and he said in the chat, I have to go. Okay, so he's leaving and just flew off, using this bug. Guys, he disappeared. Now I want to try another way to get a train in Brookhaven. He said in the chat, let's join another game. For those who don't know, there's another game that added trains to the Brookhaven map, and I want to check it out. Okay, I'm in this game now, and I can see my friend is here. He says in the chat, there's a train back there. So, exactly behind us, there's a train that I really want to see. So I'll grab this car to go check it out. I'm going to get in, but apparently, I can't drive it. But look at this. Guys, it's moving on its own for no reason. There's no one else in the server, and this thing is just moving here by itself. But now I'm going back there. It seems like this time I can get inside. Finally, I'm coming up front, and there's a train here. Actually, it stopped. And he said in the chat, it can't move. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to get out of the car to see if this is really moving or not. Guys, apparently there's no way to drive this train. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and it even says here, out of service. So, it doesn't work. Guys, I'm going up ahead, and my friend is right here. But going forward, you can see there's a giant train station here. Just huge. But I'm coming back up up front to see if I can find another train. Guys, my friend is coming up behind me. What? What is that? Guys, there's a wanted poster there that looks really weird, but I'm going back to the car. And he said in the chat, this game is bad. Let's try another one. So, this game is just horrible. Guys, I'm here in the game, and there's a train passing by here. Guys, look how cool. The trains in this game actually work in a perfect way, and several trains are appearing live here. And he said in the chat, yo, this is kind of creepy. So yeah, it's actually a little scary. But guys, look how cool. The trains here work perfectly, and one just showed up, and I couldn't get inside. Actually, I missed it. But guys, I'm noticing that the map is really different. There's a lot that isn't in the original game, like buildings, especially in this part. You can see there's a new room here, and in Brookhaven it's just like this. There isn't a staircase here, but in the game I'm in now, there is. And you can see there's a staircase going up. Pretty weird. And he said in the chat, weird. Yeah, definitely weird. But guys, I'm going out here, and a train just passed out of nowhere. And there's a really strange room up ahead. Super strange. But guys, I want to see if I can get into these trains, and my friend is coming up ahead. Guys, I'm waiting for a train to pass so I can see if I can get on. Looks like there aren't any trains on this part. Oh man, I missed it. But guys, I'm going inside here, in this part, and I made it. Well, sort of. Actually, the game is totally glitched, and it doesn't work very well. And he said in the chat, I think it's better to go to another game. So, I agree with that. But guys, there's a new restaurant in the back, which is really strange. Because for those who don't know, in the original Brookhaven, it's just like this. And also the hotel, it's the same way. But in the game I'm in now, everything here is completely different, even the airport. But guys, going inside, you can see there are a lot of foods you can grab. And we also have the bathroom, which is pretty interesting, really nice looking. And he said in the chat, I'm going to another game. Alright, looks like he's going to leave here, so I'll follow him. Okay, I'm in this other game, and guys, there really is a train right here. It's a really beautiful game. I said in the chat, this game is really good, and he agreed in the chat. But here we have two buttons. I'm going to press this to see if something happens. Okay, he activated it, and this thing just dropped. And he said in the chat, wait, can you drive that? Look, I don't know, but there's only one way to find out. Guys, I'm going up ahead to see if I can drive this train. It's in this area. There's some info in the back, but I'm going inside it to see if I can drive it. Okay, I'll press this button, and yes, I can drive it. Guys, this is really good, but I'm going to try another way to get a train in Brookhaven. So, I stopped right here. I'll have to get off the train and press this button. Perfect! This part opened, and the train is leaving here without me. Oh my god, guys, I almost didn't get on, but luckily I did. Now I'm going to drive it and start speeding up a lot here in the game. And he said in the chat, this game is really good. So, this game is just amazing. And guys, can I turn here? Look, it really worked. The game is incredible. Though accidentally the train fell, I don't think that worked too well. I'm heading toward the sea. Oh my god, guys, there was an accident here live that totally broke the train. He sent this sad face in the chat. But I had an idea. I'm going to make my own game for us to test. I said in the chat, I'm going to make my own game. And yes, I'm serious. He said in the chat, okay, I'll wait. But guys, I'm here in Roblox Studio, and I can basically make my character huge, as big as I want. And in this map, I made a new island in the game, which is just really beautiful. I want my train to get to this island one way or another. So, first, I need the train. Okay, guys, I just made the train's path, and it's going to go here over the water. But there's a problem. It looks really ugly. I have to make a path for the train, just like I did for the bridge, because you can see that this bridge is really nice. And it's really nice because, first, it has really good construction, and it's also sustainable, something the train doesn't have, especially since it's flying over the water. So, I'm going to put this here, at the height of the train tracks. Perfect. It looks just like this. Really interesting. I'll just move it up a bit. And now I just need to put it all over the map. Perfect. I'm finishing up here, and this actually looks pretty interesting. There's a bug here, so I'll move it further back. Done. This train bridge looks really cool. Just so beautiful. And now, I think the train can pass here, but this is really high, so I'll also have to modify this until it's just perfect. Alright, I'm going to have to raise this up to about this height. Done. Now it looks perfect. It's just perfect now. But now, I'm going to have to make the train path, because it still looks really ugly. Guys, I've placed this exact train, and I'm in the testing phase because I don't know which train will work in the game. Right now, it's exactly like this. Still not finished. There are even these random things in the middle of nowhere that I haven't seen yet. But guys, first, I want to see if the train is working, so I'm getting inside it right here. I don't know how to drive it. Looks like this train doesn't work. Okay guys, I'm testing the train, and it seems to be going well, but it's really slow. It's literally the slowest train of all. But I want to see if it can turn this corner, because this will definitely be the biggest challenge I'm going to have with this train, and it looks like it didn't turn, which is really sad. Okay guys, I just placed two trains that I want to test in the game, and you can already see that this one is working. It's even going up the mountain there. But this one, I'm not sure if it will work, so I'm getting in it to see if it works. The only thing I don't understand is why it's flying. That's kind of weird. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, so I deleted it. But this one, it works. Surprisingly, this train works. I just want to see if it will turn here. Okay, it looks like it has trouble turning. Guys, I'm going to put it back here. Look, it can turn. But now it's not on the train track. It's completely glitched. Guys, I'm trying to help it and fix this bug. Done! I did it. Well, not really. Okay guys, now it's working. It can go ahead without any problems, which is really good. Finally, this is working perfectly. It got to the final destination without any issues. Okay, that was really impressive. But guys, now that the train is working, I need a way to stop it, because otherwise, it will keep going non-stop, and it won't stop to pick me up. Okay guys, I placed this here, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot. You can see the train stopped here, but if I remove this model, it basically continues. Okay guys, I'm here in the game, and I'm on the train, but it came off the tracks, and now it's going out in the middle of nowhere. He said in the chat, well, this didn't work very well. So, this train didn't work very well, and I'm out here in the middle of the sea. Guys, this is awful, just horrible. I'm not really sure where I'm going, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this train didn't work very well. Guys, I'm going to try getting in here to drive it, but the only problem is, there's no way to drive it. But guys, I'm reaching the end of the map, which is right up ahead, and I'm a little scared of what's going to happen. But look, I got here, and I just fell. Oh my god, guys, this is the end for me. Look, I just came back, and the train is simply gone. He said in the chat, where's the train? So, it disappeared. But guys, getting here, you can see that there's just so much new stuff. There are some really interesting houses, and the train comes to this point, and it should stop here. We also have a court where you can play, really interesting, and up ahead, we have the agency house, which is really interesting. And if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.